This week, we have new details about Episode 9 coming to Celebration.
Plus, I sit down with Scott Lawrence to talk about Star Wars Resistance.
Roll that hyperlapse footage, Frank.
This is the Star Wars Show. From the Lucasfilm headquarters in San Francisco, here's your hosts, Andy and Anthony.
Hello and welcome to the Star Wars Show, the only Star Wars show on the internet that, much like The Phantom Menace, feels like it was produced in the late 90s.
It's also why all of our references are firmly planted in 1999.
We're the Josta of short-form variety shows on the internet.
You know, I always thought of us as more of like an S Club 7.
Yeah, no, you're no Bradley McIntosh. Wow, sorry. Just had to be real there for a second. Let's go to the news.
How many people do you think just Googled everything we were talking about?
What do you mean? People didn't understand all those references?
I would be shocked if they did, as I only understood 75% of them. Episode 9 is coming out at the end of this year, and wouldn't you know it, Star Wars Episode 9 is getting its very own panel during Star Wars Celebration 2019.
Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy and Episode 9 Director J.J. Abrams will take the celebration stage to present a panel full of surprises and special guests that will be sure to keep your imagination buzzing for the rest of the event.
The panel will be hosted on the celebration stage on Friday, April 12th, and will be streamed to overflow crowds on the Galaxy and Twin Sun stages at the event.
But it's not just Episode 9 with a panel to announce. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will also be hosting a panel on the celebration stage on Saturday, April 13th, where fans can join members of Walt Disney Imagineering and Lucasfilm to listen to them share stories about what it took to bring Star Wars to life.
I think they'll also be answering questions about how you transfer citizenship to Batuu. Because I'm gonna need to do that.
I hope so, for your sake.
Speaking of Galaxy's Edge, we finally have opening date information. Galaxy's Edge, as well as the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run ride, will be open to the public in Disneyland in California on May 31st, with Disney's Hollywood Studios opening on August 29th in Florida.
For more on the Episode 9 panel, as well as a ton of information about Galaxy's Edge, check out starwars.com/SWS.
Finally this week, it wouldn't be an episode of the Star Wars Show without another block of recently announced guests coming to Star Wars Celebration, and this week is no different.
That's right. Soon you can be joining such Star Wars luminaries as Forrest Whitaker from Rogue One,
Aaron Kellyman from Solo: A Star Wars Story,
Katie Sackhoff from The Clone Wars,
droid builders Matt Denton, Lee Towersley, and Josh Lee,
Hugh Corshi from The Phantom Menace,
and Ahmed Best, also from The Phantom Menace, and my dreams.
I'm so excited that he's coming. I'm so happy. And for more breaking news from around the galaxy, check out starwars.com/SWS.
I can't believe I'm going to meet the only government representative I've ever trusted in my life.
Oh, I love him. I'm so excited.
As we know, every episode of The Clone Wars begins with a proverb, a quote.
A little fortune cookie.
A little fortune cookie, yeah.
As we call it, that's what we call them.
Yeah. There are only two places in my life I get proverbs. The first is from Clone Wars. The second is from images my mother shares on Facebook.
Oh, great. Okay.
She shares a lot of them. This is one that my mom shared. Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. It's lovely, right?
It's very good.
What I want you to do
Yes.
is tell me whether the following quotes are Clone Wars proverbs or images my mother shared on Facebook.
Oh, no. Is your mom a writer for the Clone Wars or anything, or?
You might want to have her on the research team going
Yeah,
forward
yeah.
because she finds some good stuff.
Some nuggets?
I've learned a lot.
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
All right.
Don't be nervous. You've got this. Great leaders inspire greatness in others.
I'm going to say that's Clone Wars.
I would love to think it's your mom, but I think it's the Clone Wars.
That would be Clone Wars.
That is Clone Wars. That is from the first episode of Clone Wars. Love comes in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's from your mom.
I actually feel like that could be Clone Wars, but I think it's your mom.
Your mother's Facebook.
That is actually Clone Wars.
No!
What?
That is from season 3 when Zero the Hutt is on the run with Cy Snoodles.
I've never met your mom, but it feels like your mom.
I think she would be happy to hear that.
Yeah, it's very positive.
Because I have a brother, I always have a friend.
I mean, I would guess that would be like a clone one.
That's your mom.
It's Facebook.
It is Facebook.
Ah, got
from
it.
Real Family
Yeah.
Truths.
See?
A
Okay,
lovely
good.
group. Brothers in Arms are brothers for life.
That reeks of clones.
Okay, that's Clone Wars.
That is Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars for sure.
Yeah.
Friendship shows us who we truly are.
I'm going to say that's Clone Wars.
That is Clone Wars.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that's not Clone Wars.
That's your mom.
Clone Wars. Clone Wars.
I am blowing it big time.
If it makes you feel any better, I did specifically choose episodes for the most part that are not Anakin and Obi-Wan heavy. Because I knew that you
know
two-
I don't watch those.
Yeah. Okay, final one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Friendship is like wetting your pants. Everyone can see it, but only you feel the true warmth.
Dave would say that so often. That has to be a Clone Wars one, right?
That's so Clone Wars.
So Clone Wars. It's Clone Wars. That's your first Clone Wars spoiler right there. No, this is from
whoops.
a group called Best Friendship Quotes.
Oh, yes.
Best
yeah.
Friendship Quotes. Can I ask you, can Obi-Wan read this?
Friendship is like wetting your pants. Everyone can see it, but only you can feel the true warmth.
That's never gonna make it into anything, but I'm glad we got it. Sitting down now with Scott Lawrence, who is Jarek Yeager in Star Wars Resistance. I have been loving Resistance, man.
I've been loving it myself, I gotta say.
It is such a wonderfully fun show, and your character is particularly wonderful to me. And I also love that, you know, usually in Star Wars we get these characters who are, I'm joining the Resistance, I'm joining the Rebellion, I'm off to find adventure.
Jarek's like, I'm out of here.
And he's like, no, I did that.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want that.
Yeah. I want a hammock on the beach right now.
Yeah.
But I keep getting pulled back in. He can't help but get pulled into the family of it and have to support what's going on. And I really like that they could have hired a guy with a voice who was really military. If you look at it how it's written, a lot of this stuff is like harsh and stuff, but I mean, I'm a bit of a softer touch. I'm warmer than what they could have cast. And I always thought that was a good credit to how they created their relationships in the show.
What has the experience of recording and just being in production on the show been like?
It's such a joy to go to a place and a job where they're really focused on making art. There's a story here to be told. And I remember I was kind of wondering what the through line of the whole thing was when I first started, and you know, you can see the stories come unfolding. And then I watched the show and I became a fan of the show, and I said, it's about hope. You know, it really holds the show together, and I think that's probably what Star Wars, how they've become such an icon in our culture, and we have a good embodiment of them, so I love our show.
So a lot of people may not know this, but you've been part of the Star Wars family for quite a while.
I have.
You have been the voice of Vader in quite a lot of things.
Burger King commercial.
That's the one.
That's the one. I get mad people don't call back on that as much. Weren't you the Darth Vader in the Burger King commercial?
The Burger King commercial.
Yeah.
I think about TIE Fighter, which for me was my first game where video and voice came at me.
You're making me feel old.
And it's I don't mean to, I'm just...
No, I'm honored, yeah.
I remember putting TIE Fighter into my CD-ROM drive and Vader talking to me.
That's
and
cool.
yelling at me as I was piloting my TIE Fighter poorly.
You're
as
welcome.
a child. Yeah,
You're welcome.
What was that like, kind of being called in to be Vader? Because you did it in multiple titles.
Well, first of all, it's an honor to be part of such an iconic character. It took a while to sort of get comfortable a little bit and, you know, realize that I really couldn't be James Earl Jones, but I could be Darth Vader. So I concentrated on bringing the spirit of Darth Vader because there's only one James Earl.
So you really concentrated on bringing the spirit of Darth Vader to the Burger King menu.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Or to young people like you who were enjoying the TIE Fighter
Yeah, TIE
experience.
Fighter, Rebel Assault, like all of those games.
And my kids, to this day, they could care less.
Really?
I hear that from a lot of actors' kids, and it's like, they just don't care about watching stuff I'm in. You're Darth Vader? Yeah, cool.
Cool,
But then
great.
but they do go
Yeah.
tell their friends. Their
Sure.
friends go, your dad's Darth Vader, that's so cool.
They don't want to give you too much ground at home.
No, never.
And you're going to be at Celebration this year
I'm going
as
to
well.
Celebration, yeah.
It's amazing. It's going to be your first celebration.
My first celebration, yeah.
Are you excited?
I am. Been watching the videos of previous years going like, that looks like a party I want to be part of.
It's a good year to be going to Celebration.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you've heard. There's a lot of Star Wars going on this
A
year.
lot of Star Wars everywhere, yeah, including Resistance. We want to make our appearance. That's great.
Very excited to see you and the rest of the Resistance crew there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming by, Scott.
So good, so good.
been wonderful. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you, right on.
Watching the Star Wars show.
With the Phantom Menace celebrating its 20th anniversary at Celebration, we here at the show wanted to know what some of your favorite Phantom Menace memories were.
I went to the midnight show, obviously, but then the next morning, I brought my little sister to the first show, and it was her first Star Wars movie.
See, that's very nice that you brought your little sister. My dad brought my older sister and me, but my little sister was an infant, so we left her at home with mom, and it was a great day.
Nice. We want to know what your favorite Episode 1 memories are. Send them to us using the hashtag #JarJar20, and we'll feature our favorites here next week.
And as always, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you. A heartbreaking thing was after I took her to the movie. She came out, and I was like, great, now you gotta watch the other ones. She's like, no, I'm going to watch them in order as they come out. And I was like, it's gonna take you 6 years to watch Star Wars.
Did she get it done, though?
She did get it done.
That's good. I'm proud of her. Ahmed Best from the Phantom Menace.
Have you met him before?
No.
Oh!
I know. I'm so
Me
excited.
neither!